Hello, let's talk today about the word of the week that is stay. On the second week, that's always for that which is within, inside, on technologies and finance. That's from your own interiors, is your own agenda for your own. And we share something in between, I guess, that is death and the humanities. The school represents for those who study the humanities. I would love for Jesus to be remembered as a celebrated man. The women that support him. In the same way, we're going to look at the feeling of safe. That synonymous. So, which words are we working with? Oh, as a dominatrix, you play a lot with safety. As a S&M, you play a lot with safety. You don't push more than the person can take to maintain the trust. But some people have burned their bridges. You cannot cross over anymore to meet each other. We have seen in many verses of the multiverse where there are laws you cannot cross over. But some verses have an affinity. Like Harry Potter verse, which is the wizardly world with some of the Lord of the Rings, some characters of the Nordic gods. It's been created within the Nordic school of Hogwarts, where Dumbledore would reside. He would find safety there. He was safe in his castle that was a school. He had the freedom to write newspapers of the wizardly world and promote for Mugglers to study, become educated, and learn, which such enchanting things are not magic, really. It has a science behind it that's well supported and documented, and some well guarded, so it's not stolen. In this way, we're going to share the creation of synonymous, so we pick wisely the direction of each word we use. Shalom, shalom. I'm supporting you here. So we create an energy field that's safe among the universal affinities we have as humans. With a good spirit, not leaving anyone behind, at least to heal those who are wounded and allow them to expand from their ability to allow life. So when people look for safe, there is safe bets, safe biopharma association, safe blower, safe blowers, blow up. I guess some are safe. Safe breakers, safe conduct. Safe CP. Okay, You can look at freethesaurus.com. It has an application as well that's called thefreedictionary.com. If you like to look at the format of this synonymous you might have on your own language. I don't want to bring here more problems, so just look at how it will compartmentalize the synonymous. Look at boring. Boring is above with protected, and below is risk-free. Risk-free. All right, I need to read it because I didn't write it or photocopy it. And below is cautious. You can see that above will always be a more positive vibration, and below is a bit more of a negative according to the gravity of words that are below, as there are sounds that go below, and there are sounds that bloom from the underworlds of being cautious. So let's part from these five words that are so. It does not have to be in this way. It can be perfectionated, right? Because this is the first generation, and we can find other synonymous. For example, the stillness instead of boring. A stillness is a condition when the waters of calm down and is safe. There are no torments, or which in Spanish and the Latin torments is related to the weathers, tormentas. A torment. So it have calmed down in the middle of a chaos. You can find a stillness as well and feel safe in your own accords. So the antonymous of being protected, that's the one above of all. Feeling protected is put in danger. That is the antonymous, the contrary, feeling safe. When I was in the ashram in India as a teenager, I thought, what a wonderful place. What is it? I must remember always. What is it? What is it that brings people together from all around the world here to meditate, hug one another, so respectful, so honest, so beautiful, people dancing and being so gracious. What is it that this place has in this ashram in India? When I was 3 years, and later on my mother created a meditation center for the next 14 years in Venezuela with the help of my father and me and my sister. Support. There were two words that came to me when I was a teenager, and one was safe. It feels safe. No one is judging me. People don't feel judgments. Feel safe. It's like a realm of paradise. People from Japan making waterfalls. People working for free from their heart. I do believe in a sense of property and to change around the world, exchange to a certain degree to maintain each culture and its beauty. One word was safe, and the other word was welcomeness. We had no welcomeness to certain countries who are in conflict, and we learned to have the amicability in the process of accepting whom they are as part of their nation, as other parts also exist. You like it or not, there lies the conflicts in between that are created among humans to support ones against others. So that is putting people in danger to fight. Those are works of the devil. I will move on to interpretate the devil and interpretate that which is heaven on these last chapters with my friends, which is we are not going to share everything we know and have found out, and I have found out. We are loyal to each other because it is our best way to live in our fantasy realms. And there's nothing more beautiful than that. The world needs from this. Fantasy has been judged for centuries. Fantasy is against desire, because fantasy only acts in the here and now, with your heart, like a Sufi, in love with your creation, even when you're creating hardcore stories, yeah? From any dress you on character you would like to excavate and try to study to perform as an artist, a scriptwriter, among friends that are also owners of their script and space time where we move. So open your mind because I am here welcoming you. Come out of your shell, be on your screen, and allow this to happen. As I said, it's never going to happen if you are behind a shield and behind a screen, protected by your own people. That which gives you power takes it away from the multiverse and our universal love to expand, protecting our own, of course. Now, respect women and girls. You will have never wished to have an intelligent woman telling you this, or imagine it could ever happen. So, well, we had suck it up a lot for you. Now you can swallow it. Let it build in you. How many stories honoring God, man, enhancing the power of the counterpart, because it makes my character more powerful because I am in relation with that. Now, I used to be private. For the first time and only, is going to be shared. So you acknowledge you also have those forms of celebrating one another through poetry and the arts and music and recreating. And this exercise brings a better humankind. The highest class will come down to the ground to work with the people once a week or 3 times a week. side to side, shoulder to shoulder, and enjoy working meditation to understand the universal field. This is the only way we can move away from poverty around the world. When those who have so much stop using the energy of the people in wars and to promote themselves, they can still enjoy glamour and inspire people to be as glamorous as they wish, to work harder with more responsibility, to teach and educate their children, trusting others as well. It's very hard and nearly impossible. For me, it's been by force. I will believe to be the best teacher for my children, so they will show me what they've learned from others as they see it in their own way of being. They have become gentler and kinder because they're half Canadians and from British Columbia. My children, Alice and Zane, have seen and grow out to learn from others what I will see in them, what is good, what is bad. I know they want as much love from their true love family and to have true love. I know from therapy, international therapists, the best lovers are those who grew up in an orphanage or foster family or with abandonment, feeling of lack of that true love. They had from me the best years, and they still remember they had that from their belly to all the years I gave them, I breastfed them. 2 years and 1 year and a half to sane. 1 year to in their vibration, they remember it does exist through the gifts and letters. They know there is someone who loves them more than anything in this world. That is the true love of her mother. And his father, their father, loves him too. His biological father might be resented to not send a letter or a gift. In his words, he trusted to me to speak if it's in behalf of our family. If it's I'm talking bad about him, because I asked him, well, it's not nice that I would talk bad about you. He said, if it serves the family. But it's true. And I wish reconciliation. So he will always be against the ministry. And this is not being a good relation for me either. So I had been involved just by relating with him. In a vice circle, of course, these laws should stop taking children, should be stopped. There are many men that take advantage of that situation and pick women consciously with allegory and purpose. As he told me once from a gay guy, that the best would be to bring a woman from another country to take the children away. So you have the benefits from the Canadian government. He told me that himself. When there was love and trust, no matter of his condition of having a car accident. Whatever was that he was in his past, I only had love in the present. If I knew he would do that to me, I would have never bring him food in the cave, in Ibiza, or the abandoned house. I would have known that I was not safe with a man that had nothing for me but betrayal and madness. Wanted to take my children away from me. So my love went beyond marriage or relationship as partners, and I love him as a family who needed help. Whatever he was, Jesus or Mohammed, or whatever he was, just David with free thinking and memories from what he read or the movies he had seen in his mind. I was not there to judge him, but wishing for him to recover. I asked him to be David in the year we were for his kids. But I respected his spiritual search. He never wanted to belong to this society. Nature was the way. God cannot be understood. He would talk to God with a pendulum for many hours. So I respected him, his space of wonder, of unknown. I wanted him to feel safe, to make it on his own. I was not there to judge him if he was with other women, because I enjoy my life, my sense of safety, and I work making falafels to restaurants, and I had to ask for help as well, which was also my mother gave me to start renting a place, family that I worked for her for 14 years. People get tired trusting in you because everything has been taken away again and again. As a woman, and when you have children, you are trapped with social workers that threaten you. So if you remove social workers and give them better jobs, because they can work in other ways by just supporting new architectures and promoting for women to work together and feeling safe because we are innocent, vulnerable. All this society has been built trying to help society, but at the same time, you will find that making women vulnerable and children vulnerable is under the control and hostage of men. You are not working for others. You are taking away the rights from others. These are problems from the West. I wish from my heart that evolves. Why people take so much drugs and alcohol? Why are these jobs only for the industry? To allow human consciousness to have their sense of property with new systems that are created by their choices. We can feel safe, we take our responsibility, protect it. So it's a very big word, and I want to thank all those who look for the word of next week. You are welcome to say what is for you the next word of the next week. I might not mention everyone that I am looking. I am looking at you. I spend 20 hours sometimes looking at everything and everyone that I'm. So the third week of the month is related to the outside on the cover, which is also the Constitution that forms this. We might all have a house, but it has a different cover. We might all have a body, but it has a different race. Yeah, so that's the third week of every month. And in this time space of this month, we have touched with the word house, safe, and we're moving with synonymous from protected is safe and sound in safe hands, free from harm, from the ramification of boring is unvaried, invariable, worrisome, repetitious, repetitive, hohum, unexting, unexciting. Well, it can also be that's not extinct, is out of extinction, unexciting, safe, has another ramification a bit in the middle. That's all right, which it splits with more synonymous who are unhurt, unharmed, undamaged, out, out of the wood. Okay, it's okay. From the other side, in the middle ground is risk-free, riskless, impregnable, certain, secure, sound. Below, from all is cautious, which synonymous have circumspect, unadventurous, tried and true. That is cautious, safe. So you will see in the conservative side that you would like to keep everything safe and secure, and that is always the same. And you're just excited by watching movies or people trying to do something out of this world. They can risk themselves and die for you. That's what I wish for my ancestors to do. Like, why did you have to leave Spain or Italy? It's been so unsafe, South America. Well, and they will mistreat you anyway because you are from Europe background. Because America is the lowest class. Like, really? You can just keep your house. Keep your house, your boat. There were times of war and hunger. All right, that is the word of the week. Right here, the word of the week: safe. What is safe? Or are we simply investing in security and creating more wars? Because is the other side of the coin, and the direction of our affairs. That's the meaning of our life. I will need man as man will need me to bring life. So look at me from the side of a universal investment, if you like to know that you are part of it, whatever people want it or not. Feel safe for that it used to be, or that which is happening right now, that shall pass, and for what is happening throughout tomorrow. Do not take seriously what's going on in the multiverse. Feel welcome to imagine, to transport yourself into new realms of imagination based with your characters, fictional characters, and new ones. When you empower your people, you give them the freedom and nourish them as your lands. You take care so they have the power to draw what's happening in the location. Only with freedom of expression we will be able to express each other better and better. Right? I would love to scream my lungs off until you die. I'm also learning to express and listen to your part. It's only an exercise of expression. The democracies have mistakes, and we are changing how democracy works. It's thanks to our generation. based on the past generation who believes in their fruits and flowering effect that it will work better for human consciousness. There is no need to make 15-minute cities when you trust that people can pick their own in their own designs. Mansions into villages to recover castles that have been abandoned, houses, villages, and places around the world that would love to have investors from the universal coin. To a 15%, it can flourish. And the money that's placed in war can be for safety, creating safe ground, and the structures of safe ground. You will see the transition in your own map will become more conscious and trusting because we feel safe in our relations. So when you're based in paranoias, creating paranoias, I will also give you an algorithm. So it's not a person. It will tell you your discourse is being based 99% in creating paranoia. It will say your discourse has talked about peace and wanting peace and balance, but you have talked 75% on creating paranoia and judging the others. Unlike these two, any leader, your games are over in that way. I will hope you're not humiliated with my programs. Who will just tell you the truth of your speech. You will not be able to lie one another anymore. So you belong to your safety supporters to auto-destroy your own. Because what is being left there to do when if you survive? If you really think about it, you will have to put by law half of the women in politics, whatever is from what order, and half men. It will never be wars again. You will think clear. You won't have women thinking like men, or men thinking to be as women because they were raped in the ass all their childhood. They learned to hate women because the whole plot of raping a boy is for women to not find out. So it's cutting the trust from the mother, talking bad, to not trust the mother. She won't understand you. There are many words, damaging words to boys that are being raped from the Middle East to the West, from north to south, girls. But the boys are being threatened. So the sense of safety doesn't exist. They do not know what's happening to them is bad. And they do not know the meaning of true love. There is no safe ground. There's paranoia. So please, stop wanting to control people with words, creating paranoias to defeat others when you are a product of your own abuse. And maybe you had many women taking care of you and no one raped you, but your father was as abusive as you are, because they were there as slaves. They didn't truly love you. You were only the reason of their survival modes. They were not giving themselves by free will to love you with all their hearts, even if they had to sacrifice their job and relation to you as a child, so you would grow up protected without sickness. And a mother and a woman love their children enough to understand. Even they love their sickness. They feel safety in their own ways. When I took care of the twins in the Middle East, and Omar looked at me like, don't go, don't abandon me. Omar, his brother was very speedy in his mind. I grew up with a fast mind as well. So I love them so much. I wish my children to have that love as well. I pray to God that my children have that love that's irreplaceable. So we were not talking and as adults do. And I expressed my love to Omar and his brother. That was sincerely true. And I also love my children, my biological children. I only had to go away because I had children of my own. I didn't want to lose my nationality, United Kingdom, or residence before the Brexit. It was my way to recover my children, to go. It was heartbreaking to see in his eyes Omar. I promised him to see him again and be successful, and that his mother would honor me and not treat me like a slave worker, employee. She would be proud of me in better terms. So it would give me access to see her children again, her sisters. That she would have known that I've always protect her privacy, and they have never been named by their names. But I love their family. If they were mine, they treat me so well in the Middle East that I wish to be there forever. I asked them if they would help me bring my children. So it's 2:22 p.m. in here. People always compare themselves There is no room for mothers alone in this world. If you like to explore the world because there is nothing else, trying to find a way to bring your children in everything you do. And only God knows what I've done. What does it require in the world of man? I have to have a man to recover my children. I had a judge who did not want to give me all the money, and because the other lawyer of the position was from Ireland as he was, and he was being threatened with the Irish judge community. And the judge said, I know what you're doing very well, to the opposition judge. I could have had £1,800 for what was done to me, and I only had around 40,000. The other lawyers had 40,000 as well. My lawyers. And he said that it's better for me to find a man, that I will find a man with that money, that miserable money, which led me to be here. Keep working to have the rights of my work with my fellow role players. I would have never had this finding without them, who are also fighting in the front line, behind the scenes. I hope you feel welcome. I hope you feel safe. I hope you know what it is to be a woman and to respect men and women for whom they are without any manipulations. That's all I ask. I appreciate their contribution to making a better world. If you like to succeed this, you will have to pay me and stop the last chapter of the apocalypse, stop all these wars, who repeat on again and again. That is my work, an example of everyone's part, everyone's work, everyone's leadership, everyone's reason to have their own sense of property, where people share it from abundance on a state of share and share and share only. That is heaven on the whole planet Earth. That's safe, that's secure throughout the changes as well. You will have to be God Himself to create that state as one beyond yourself. You need the touch of humanity within yourself. Being too rigid, on one side of the polarity, so there has been many generations where many men has treated uh, freedom of women to have free sex with them. They have manipulated them as if they have spiritual source or they have more skills or that they're better in the bed or that, yeah, love is universal. And in this way, they have abused many women, taking energy from them, mistreating them, as well, because they also have their values. They are not to be looked as if they are powerless or compared. You have the power to be whoever you want to be with whom you want to be. So we'll see women emerging in better terms and men being a pillar to beauty because they are also becoming beautiful themselves as godly as we expand to be. It's beyond anyone's judgment. That safe it is unchanging. The beauty and the freedom we have created and wish for you as well to welcome again. Use your synonymous well and don't allow anyone to say it for you. Bye. Keep the game on rolling. Let me listen. What is the word of the week? I would like to know from you. Perhaps we will meet in the multiverse, but you will never know who's the character behind it. Your ego will wish me to know it is you, but I am not interested in you. I'm interested in the multiverse, in characters as they are. You don't want to see me. You will never see me. You might see characters and relate with these characters beyond my ego, beyond your ego. You might find other role players as well and expand, feeling safe that no one is watching you, feeling safe that no one wants to control your storyline, feeling safe in your environment to create, to move in parallel forms away from yourself, feeling safe in an environment where you're all role players and in your real world. Because we don't only live for fantasy. I would love to live for fantasy only, to be honest. But I also like to take care of my body. I love to touch reality. I love to garden and touch the soil. I love to smell the flowers and when it blooms, to walk around. I love to see how our stories turn into reality and the magical forms of snow start to flicker in the air in the middle of a spring where it normally never snows. After we talk about the word snow, it becomes real. But God is there. God is a provider. God knows that He designed us with free will to become more aware in the present. For that, He keeps an eye. That eye we all have as well in His creation. So please bring safety to your children. Repent. Understand what is repentance from the Christian world. Feel sorry for your actions. Confess yourself to God. If you want a confession from a woman to enhance you and make you feel important because you feel that, you need that so you can love another person or give the value of their work. I represent all the women in the world But you might be my friend, my best friend. I might be here thanks to you. I might have protect you and giving you as you have given me in the same state of being in communion with our creation. And you need that maybe for your ego, or that which used to be universal love, that departs from you and I. You would stop fighting me and keeping me in misery without my children. You would be the first one comes to the light. So my love is for those who have universal love and care for the people that have their sense and right of property, and their leaders who care for their people in the best way. We're learning. Well, I'm also learning to be a better person. Do not believe in my stories because they are only for the fantasy worlds. Don't take them seriously. Not even those that are made to enhance your ego. All right? We are creators. It's just for the moment that is creative. With all the colors and the darkness and the lights and the forms that you can study in science. With simple words as well. Can touch your hearts that so simple and plain as vulgar. So many patterns of words, so many verses and groups and houses. It's a lot of fun to be with people like you. But I wish for you as well to cherish these moments because you also have the rights. You also have the potential. You also can have a safe ground, opening a new chapter with your own words. Find find your creation. We have limited time as humans on Earth. There are children and children, many children growing. Find in them the love for yours as well. That's how I found healing to keep loving my children as if they were mine. Okay? We all want something new, away from the old. We will keep having the best from the old. We will safeguard our history, our culture, the beauty. We'll all become Sufis in this eternal life. Talk as lovers to God from any verse, from any rights. When you swap characters, when you really love another, there is no distinction from one another. Only in that moment of love, there are no divisions. There's no question of what is safe. I have the right to be alive, enjoy life with the product of my work, with my friends, all the people who is there pending. So we make it. Please don't become the pavement where we walk through. Let us all die together with old age and wisdom, letting go because we did something beautiful for other generations and we left gardens for them, our fruits, our children. We wouldn't have generations that wish to wipe us away because we've been generous for them to expand their love, frontiers, and safeguard their own. Because we have treated others with humanity. And this is a judgment to the elite. You don't care about me. You think to be using me and controlling me. You think it's convenient. Oh yeah, it's giving itself to it. Or because you have a job, you're much more worthier because you have money and salary and people you know. Oh, all this can change as well when you accept another human. It multiplies throughout, bringing us to higher dimensions and creations, knowing we have better answers from our own humanity, who is bringing new ideas, filtering new forms, creating better forms to consume energy. This is also the ending wars for oil. All those who had from oil have become so small minded. Here's a lesson. No one needs help. People have the right to exchange with one another. That's why we're not perfect. So we complement one another. Cannot be that you give money to all these pedophiles male figures. You will learn from Tantra that is sacred, to respect celibacy as well for your own safety, spiritual growth, enjoying love through other ways. It's more respectful. Till you find your match that will worship you as she will worship you with totality. So do not confuse your intentions, do not confuse your words, and do not expect others to treat you any better than how you have treated them. You want to have more? This is the only way you can have more. It's already a lot to achieve this understanding. So I want to know from the tech titans of the world if they are going to participate for the multiverse, so no one can copy it and no one can monopoly it. You might have brought all these characters from video games, Bill Gates, so on so far. But understand that you are the only problem for it to not happen. If you think to own it all. When I gave you part of the formula and you used it as if it's yours and gave it to Mark Zuckerberg to use the symbol I gave as well. Everything. Now the world's watching. So you've been sucking the money from the same source. The nations of the world can only wake up to understand the value they have with their information or their administrative part or the multiverse or each multiverse. It would never happen if you want to acquire all. I have studied hypnosis from an early age. And Reiki. I've submerged myself with all those teachings that were given to me to be present and aware. I have sat in silence without moving for 4 hours or years and participate in leading dynamic meditation throughout chaos and madness and anger for people to understand the raw darkness, where it comes from, without anyone telling them. You could never manipulate me, so I give you the formula of the multiverse. It is on you for humanity to evolve and understand how many people are in the world that need to assemble this together for the nations to wake up, to honor their culture, for the tech titans of the world to learn from each other to make it happen as friends, to make a better world. All these wars out of insects. I still need to see the globe tech map as it is, at least one. Why I'm not being invited when I'm inviting you. This is for you to rehearsal and think yourself and also evolve. I am your virus, and you are going to learn from me to be stronger. I'm your vaccine. I am here. And you're not going to defend against me. You're going to relate with me. You can pay people to create a very fast script. So there is in Marvel a witch who wants their children in another parallel world. You can manipulate and change anything, but that is not being role played. The truths emerge just again and again. Maybe the virus takes over and kills you. And the virus has a body of its own. Maybe you are the sickness. You are not the body that needs to be embodied for the multiverse to exist. Because you cannot expand with others as you have been asked to do so. You are not the face of the multiverse. I'm here fighting for all the nations and their information with the role players. We are the founders of virtual reality. We are the first. We came to gather together because we know what is the multiverse. You don't. I'm not alone because I have been 20 years with my fellow men and women in the multiverse. You have to send me someone that is as intelligent as I am, or more. If you can't face me to make this happen. Yes. I'm not gonna become a YouTuber following your program. I'm not gonna do any submits or write any books. We're going to do this together at the same time around the world, and that's it. To the point. And the tech titans do not belong to US only. I want a tech titan for the Spanish community. and each culture, continent, feel safe. Bye. Make it fun. All right? I'm not playing games. This is the reality of the real world. Don't wait too long. Don't use my ideas to make your own, because you're gonna bury yourself there, as everyone has done. You're going to enjoy a lot true love. You're going to enjoy what is true love from now on. I can assure you that. Bye.